Hello, y'all. I am back again for another live and another video here with the Advanced Insight channel. So, this video is going to be about the technology issues and friendships and family relationships, the mishaps of the technology, y'all. It's more than just technology, it's about how people feel and think about you. And how someone feels and thinks about you is not fully in your control. It's just not. So, how do you navigate through this? You navigate through it, first of all, through communication. Communication is a very important aspect of these type of scenarios. So, what happened was there was a situation with the sister, and it was over technology, right? And these situations will be very, very, very interesting, right? So, what happens is people are kind of grouping together and are more likely more open to discuss things that are happening to them, right? So, what I'm finding is a lot of times the sisters and brothers that I may vent to about issues that I'm having with myself, family members, and others, those people are becoming more comfortable venting to you as well. Because sometimes the dynamics can kind of be, it can seem unfair. Sometimes you may be having more issues than your friends or family members, right? So they're a source where you can vent on and rely on. A lot of times that's why people are in therapy in the first place. They can't comfortably talk to their friends and family. So if you got friends and family members that you can comfortably talk to about your situations, it's a great blessing. So this is what happened. So the sister, I can't explain it like she can. She completely perspective what happened. She has one of those devices, and it's happened on the phone with me. Okay, there's some people that have devices where it'll say recording has started, recording has stopped. I don't have one of those phones. My phone won't do that. I normally have the most affordable Android there is. Most of the time I'm using my insurance on my phone plan to get my devices as well. So if this device goes out on me, not this one that I'm on now, if my other device goes out on me, which is my phone, I will actually just get it from the insurance carrier through the phone company, right? So thank you so much for the like. So what happens is with technology, so I'm going to explain it to the best I can. So this sister has two friends. She's known them since teenagehood, young adult, like she's known these ladies a long time. So one of them has a relative that's passed away. Okay, so friend number one. So this lady that I'm talking about, she's a sister, not a biological sister, but she's a great friend and sister. So she's my friend, but she has two other friends. Okay. I like lady friends that have other friends, y'all. And it shows that they're capable of carrying on relationships outside of me with other ladies. It is a red flag sometimes when a lady has no friend. However, some ladies are very wise in their friendships, and that's why they don't have friends. But I like lady friends to have other lady friends. It's okay with me. I'm not jealous of it or anything like that. So one of my friends had a situation where her relative passed away. And I'm not going to say who the relative is to keep some kind of confidentiality. So somehow the phone, she had a conversation with another phone. So her phone sent a text or voicemail or something like that saying, how's your relative doing? However, the relative that she would have been asking about is deceased, but she didn't ask it. The technology sent it, so it came through her voice recording phone stuff. So what happens is, and I know her phone does this because it's done it when I've been on the phone with her, and it has done it when I'm on the phone with other people. I don't know if it's iPhones or whatever, but whatever kind of phone they have, it automatically, all you got to do is touch something, and then the person that has the phone don't know how to get the setting off. Okay, so when they don't know how to get the setting off, and I don't take it personal, I'm not saying anything on the phone that can't be recorded. So yeah, I'm not saying anything on the phone that can't be recorded. Okay, so she can explain it better. I don't have her phone and stuff like that, so she could explain it much better than I can. Thank you so much for the lights, y'all. So I'm gonna try to get to it. I'm kind of like having a little anxiety about this, y'all, because I'm kind of like anxious to get to the point, right? So basically, her technology, due to the voice recording and all that stuff that it does, and I'm a witness that her phone does it, not just her phone, other people's phone. So if you're on the phone with somebody and it says this call is being recorded, push stop to start recording or whatever it does, don't take it personal. That person did not push that. It's also another thing phones does. Some people phone, and it does it on my phone too. I could be on the phone with somebody and it'll bring up that read message thing, and it's actually an app for deaf people or something. It'll bring up a lot of stuff, y'all. So basically, the technology does its own thing. So it made it appear that she was asking about someone that had already died. Okay, so if you know my puppy died, and you call me and say, how's Henry? Just say I had a puppy named Henry. And I'm like, well, Henry's passed away. You know that. So what happened was, the one friend that the technology, because it did it through this text or voicemail type thing, however way it worked out, it made it appear that she's asking about a deceased person, but she didn't do it. The technology did it. Okay. So the technology did this. So two sisters was involved with it. And when I say sisters, I don't mean biological sisters, right? So hold on one second. This is a live, so let me take the time to be respectful. Beeston 1730, hello. And then yes, thank you so much for saying hello. What's up? What's up to you? What's up is I'm trying to go over like what this technology will do to people and how it affects friendships. And I'm going to be explaining a situation where I was in a situation and it happened to me as well. And I'm going to explain to you how it's a blessing in disguise when it happens, and how it can actually end, separate, or navigate a friendship in the right way. Because what it does, it makes you aware of who your enemies are. It's almost like God making it happen, right? So it happens through technology, but it goes deeper than that. So tune in, because this is going to be very interesting. So with this sister, and I was talking to her on the phone about this, right? So with this particular sister, it happened. It made it appear. The technology made it appear that she's asking about this friend's deceased relative. Now check this out. Once she explained it to the friend, once she explained it to her longtime friend, her friend was like, I know you wouldn't do anything like that. So the person that has the deceased relative automatically knew that that was not her nature. She knows that she's not going crazy. She knows that her friend would not be asking about her dead dog that's already dead. Remember, I used the example of the Henry. Imagine it's a puppy. Your friends, all your friends know your puppy Henry died, or your dog, and then they start asking you, how is Henry doing? You're going to think they done lost their mind, right? But that's not what happened. Imagine if it came through a text or a voicemail due to these recordings, and then it ended up on somebody else's phone. It all happened through the technology. My friend did not ask about the deceased relative of the friend. It all came through another conversation that she was having. And like I said, I don't have her phone, but I am going to witness that her phone will record. Not just her phone, other people's phone. When I'm on the phone with people and it say, your call is being recorded, would you like to stop the recording? I don't even say anything anymore. Because you know why? I'm not saying nothing that I don't care if it's recorded anyway. I'm not on the phone saying, I just did 2 murders yesterday, dog. I'm not talking that kind of stuff on the phone. So if it's being recorded, I don't care. And then the person's not doing anything with the recording. So the friend that could have actually been victimized or took it the wrong way actually understood how it happened. She says, oh, I know you wouldn't ask about my dead relative. You already know they're dead. You're in your right state of mind. But then there was this other friend that became like an instigator in it. Now, this other friend is actually my friend's enemy. And she's had problems with this lady before. So the other friend kept bringing it up to my friend and kept accusing her and did not believe her. She didn't believe her. She did not believe that she didn't ask about a dead person. She's actually accusing my friend of asking about a dead person and gaslighting her to make her believe that she did it. But my friend is actually telling the truth. I knew she was telling the truth, just like the other lady knew she was telling the truth. You know why? Because we got to base her character on her history with us. She's not the type of lady that's asking about dead people. Actually, I'm going to tell you something about my friend. When somebody dies in her life, whether it be a friend or relative, she removes that spirit almost immediately. This lady and this sister is so far from asking about deceased people, it's not even funny. When somebody passed, she moves on as if they never lived in the first place. This is actually a sister that truly moves forward and has helped me learn how to do it. She don't keep your clothes. I watched it for myself. When her immediate relative passed away in her home, she got rid of her clothes and everything. Had the room changed over and everything. It kind of runs in their family, right? They don't hold on to dead people. Okay. So thank you so much, Beaston 1730. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. And then click a like too if you haven't already did it. But my lives are interesting. So it's something that you could learn here. So that's basically what happened. So keep in mind, my friend, she didn't actually ask about the dead relative. It's all happening through technology. The technology is texting this. It's retyping voice recordings. It's doing all kind of weird stuff. That's the way I'm going to explain it. She could explain it better, but that's the way I'm going to explain it. So as I was talking to the sister, it reminded me of a situation that I was in, right? And it was through Messenger. This was with actually it was with a relative. I'm going to be honest. It was through Messenger. So what was happening is I've been uploading videos for several years now, okay? When I first started uploading my videos and recording videos on my device, I did not have a memory card yet. So what would happen is I would always run out of space. So on my device, when I run out of space, it's like my device just goes crazy. I didn't know why it was happening. Actually, my children had to tell me why it was happening, okay? So this was a situation I had through a relative or with a relative. So it happened through Messenger. So the relative sent me this video through Messenger, but my Messenger would just go crazy. And I'm talking about Facebook Messenger, okay? So the video that was sent to me was a very bad video. However, my Messenger was going so crazy that I was unable to see the video. I could see it was a video, but when I would try to click on the video, it wasn't working, right? It wouldn't allow me to do anything. And it's to the point where I don't even like using Messenger no more, right? I just stay clear of Messenger because I just didn't like it, right? I didn't like it. Okay, so it actually was it happened in 2024. So it's been over a year ago. I still have the messages saved. Yeah, it's still actually in my Messenger. I'm looking through it now and I'm seeing it. So around June of 2024 would have been around the time, because I'm checking the Messenger. And what I do is I don't message this person through Messenger anymore. So I could see the picture of the video, but my device was going crazy. So I'm explaining that situation happened to that sister, but I'm explaining what happened to me. So this video was a horrible video, but I couldn't see it. So while I'm trying to click on viewing the video in Messenger, my device gives it a laughing emoji. So from the relative's perspective, from his point, he sees a laughing emoji. I knew my device was acting up. I thought nothing of it. I just moved on with my day. I didn't even know what the video was or wasn't. So the relative sends a message back. Basically stating something like, okay, basically telling me that it's not funny. So this was my cousin did this to me, y'all. He says, "That's not funny. Why you think like that?" Which I don't think like that. I couldn't see the video. See, this shows you it was actually an assassination of my character. And what happened was, I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed at my cousin, because once I was able to see the video later, I felt like my cousin should know that I wouldn't think a video was like that. A video like that was funny. But he said, "That's not funny. Why you think like that?" Now, what he did, he showed impulsive behavior. So what he did was he emotionally reacted when he saw the laughing emoji, clicked on there. But remember, it's the same thing that happened to my friend. I didn't click the laughy emoji. My device is doing it. And also, I could not figure out how to get the emoji removed. You know, like on Facebook, when you click a like and you could take the like off, or if I like a video, I can take my like away. I couldn't figure out how to do that. So what my cousin typed to me, because I still got the message, he said, "That's not funny. Why you think they like that?" So I guess he's saying, oh, so never mind. He's saying, "Why you think they like that?" He's talking about the video of this family. From what I remember, the people had speech impairment issues. It was like a Beverly Hillbilly type video. And it was a bunch of disabled people that were living in really bad conditions, you know, in poverty and everything. That's what I do remember about the video. And when I actually, once my device stopped glitching out, I was kind of mad in a way that he would think I thought that was funny. But see, this is a cousin that he's impulsive. So he's not thinking this through. He instantly sees my laughing emoji. He begins to go in judgment, thinking I put it there when I didn't. And I went on with my day. I didn't think nothing of it because, for one, I hadn't saw the video. But I did explain to him, I said my tablet was glitching out, so I was not able to click on the video. So when he said that's not funny, why you think they like that? He's also asking me about the video. So he's telling me it's not funny. So he's disciplining me. He's disciplining me. First of all, he's disciplining me for something that I didn't do, because I don't know if it's funny or not. Because for one, I didn't put the emoji there. My device was glitching out. So I also can't answer his question, why you think they like that, because I'm still not allowed to watch the video. So my response was my tablet's glitching out, so I was not able to click on the video. And while trying to click on the video, it put that emoji there that I could not remove. I will try to click on the video again to see if it will let me watch it. So then I said, Daniel just showed me how to remove the emoji. However, now the entire video was removed. So I went to my son Daniel to try to get help. So then I asked my cousin if he could resend me the video so that I can watch it now. I said my tablet is sensitive, so sometimes if I click on something, it starts dancing around. And then I said, Daniel be saying there's a ghost messaging me. However, no ghost, just sensitive. What was happening is it's no ghost. When there's no space on the device, it makes the device go haywire. Okay. So I said, I really want to see the video you sent me. So can you resend it? So he did. My cousin resent it. And once he resent it and I saw it, I was really disgusted that he would think I thought that was funny. So if he would have not been in his emotions, he should have said, you sure you watched the video, cousin? Because I don't think the video is funny. But he automatically went in and assassinated my character, because that's what it was. The video was so not funny. It's not funny watching these people live in this poverty environment, along with I think some of them couldn't talk and stuff like that. It was really bad. Once he was able to send me the video, resend it to me, because it also removed the video. When Daniel showed me how to remove the emoji, it removed the entire video. So he resent it. So me and this relative, we had problems later. Okay. But what I was telling my friend, I'm bringing this example up of what happened to me. You got to remember this. Just because I said and told my cousin what happened, that doesn't mean he believes it, right? And this is the problem with situations like this. So when he acts up a year later at a later date, he might think I'm lying to him, when actually I'm telling the truth. And this is the same thing that happened with the sister that I'm telling you about, where the instigator keeps accusing her of asking about a dead man. The other instigating friend won't let it go. My friend had to tell her friend, look, stop doing this. I didn't do it. It was the phone and the messaging and the voice call and all of that stuff made it look like I'm typing something I'm not even typing, right? And that's the same thing that happened with my device. So I had mentioned to the sister, I said, wow, it's funny you would mention that, because my own cousin might still believe in his mind that I was laughing at that video. I can't laugh at something I never seen. I'm telling the truth. The same way my friend is telling the truth. So what happens is, through the technology, you get to see how somebody really think about you. Now, if it would have happened on the other end, and it would have been the other way around, and my cousin, this happened June of 2024 through Messenger. With this particular cousin, what I did, I stopped messaging him through Messenger, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want it to happen again. So since I know that Messenger glitches out when my device doesn't have the space and stuff, I don't want that to happen again because I don't like being accused of stuff I'm not doing. And so, what I would tell this cousin, if you got a video you want me to see, send it to my phone because my messenger is on my other devices. My messenger is not on my phone. Okay. So that's basically what happened. So I was telling my friend, I said, it reminds me of my situation with my relative, and it made me think he probably still believed that I was laughing at that video. Because they don't believe you, y'all. That's the point. You're dealing with an enemy. Because if I would have been in the reverse shoes with my relative and he did a laughing emoji, I would have known. I would have said, did you see the video? Did your device put that on there by mistake? Or are you okay? I would have not went into the impulse of accusing because I know he's not the type of person to laugh at something like that. Neither am I. The video was horrible. And he's not the type of person to laugh at it, and neither am I. But he thought that I did laugh at it. See, it just shows he doesn't think well of me anyway. So, and I'm going to give you some advice. It's some advice that you need to take heed to. I'm going to give you some very, very, very strong advice. Because this situation escalated. This was June of 2024. We come into May of 2025, all the way through recently, me and him getting into it, right? My advice is this: let these people go when they do the first thing. Maya Angelou said it. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So see, once he actually believed that I would laugh at that horrible video, that's when I should have discarded him. You know why? Then I'm not around for him to call me a demon or a demonic spirit or a demonic seed. I'm not around for that party, right? See, the thing with, and I'm learning now, as I become more of an aware empath, I'm learning how to navigate. I was still kind of unaware at that point. I wasn't even calling myself an aware empath. So that means I was still slightly unaware. And when you're an unaware empath, you don't see it's coming. You underestimate the situation. And sometimes you actually don't see the assassination of your character. You just don't see it, right? So when I still got the copy of these messages, right? It's still in my messenger. So it was at that point I could have got out the situation or just talked to him every blue moon, something like that. So this was the red flag. Way before me and him is beefing this year, this was the red flag. And the red flag comes when he attacks me. Because I'm the one in the attack when he says, well, that's not funny. It's just outright. Doesn't call me by my name. Is not referencing me. Irene, that's not funny. Like I'm not human. Watch that too. Because you have a name. Okay. He didn't say, Irene, that's not funny. Why you think they like that? So he's also asking me my opinion of why I think they like that. So he's trying to get me to use my cognitive thinking in a way so that I don't laugh at it. But the problem with that is I never laughed at it in the first place. I did not put the laughy emoji because it was a glitch in my device, which I explained that. And this particular cousin, he may claim he a religious man and all of that, but he's very unremorseful. Okay, because he did apologize to me over the past month, but then he still tried to justify the name he called me. Okay. So those are not true apologies. If I say, I'm sorry I wasted that milk on your shoe, or I'm sorry, I know you wasted the milk on my shoe, and you say you sorry. If I come back a month later and I try to blame shift on why it was your fault that that milk got on you, that's not a true apology. True apologies don't come with excuses. They just don't. And that's basically the blunt of how that happened. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go get my charger. I'm sorry because this device is going low. Hold on 1 second, okay? I got this charger, y'all. If it goes out, I'll just start another live, y'all. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I got my charger here. So and this will happen with other people too, you know. It can happen in emails, you know. You cussing one person out in an email, um, and you send it to the wrong person, right? I mean, all kind of stuff happens. Um, if this device, powers off, I'll start a new live, y'all. But I don't think it's gonna power off. I really want to finish this live. So, um, I know a pastor that went through this. He had an account. Yeah, it was a big thing on the West Coast, right? It ended up in court and everything. It was rivalry amongst some pretty popular pastors here on the West Coast, right? And yeah, and it went public, y'all. It was a rivalry. I'm not gonna say the pastor's name because it was the Facebook friends and the community knew about it. And what happened was this particular pastor, he's a black man. He his trial and tribulation was that he was in prison for 10 years. Many years ago, he's changed his life, has a wife, raised his wife's son, um, basically adopted her son and everything. So there was this rivalry amongst these ministers, and it was over technology, y'all. So his account was hacked. This pastor's account was hacked. They had to get hacker experts, private detectives. They had to get like a team of people on board with this. The device was sending messages to other pastors' wives, making it look like he want their wife, y'all. It was crazy. I instantly knew the pastor was innocent. I said, nah, he ain't did that. They got detectives involved, hacking experts. All the detectives and hacking experts even came to court, y'all. Spoke on their behalf and said, this man did not send these messages. This pastor did not send these messages. It didn't happen. Several experts came to court. They're not going to come to court if he sent the messages, y'all. Legally, they cannot do it. If I hire a hacker expert and a detective to investigate what happened on my device, what do you call that one thing? The IMEI number. That IMEI number that your device has is very essential and crucial for proving your innocence. Because what that does, that shows the detectives, and I used to didn't know what that was, y'all. It shows the detectives and the hacker experts and all these people that they hire, it shows them what device it came off of. So the experts in the court of law, this is pastors disputing, y'all. It ended up in civil suits. It ended up in court. Okay, that's how far this went. The experts came in and said this pastor could not and did not send these messages all over technology, y'all. Do you think those other pastors that had accused him, do you think they apologized to him? They still continue to accuse this man. They still continue to accuse the pastor. And it was just so crazy. So I was accused of another thing. My prior best friend that I grew up with back in 2018, she was having problems with her Facebook account. At that time, I didn't know what that IMEI number was. So she steadily was making new accounts from the same device. Whatever problem she had with Facebook, it kept denying her account. She accused me. She said, well, I think you messing with my Facebook or something like that, because every time I communicate with you, it's happening. But what was happening is, no, it's not when she communicate with me. It's when Facebook detects her IMEI number. So if Facebook is saying, no, you can't have an account, the best way you're going to be able to get another account, you got to go through a different device, because Facebook has said, no, you're in Facebook jail or whatever. You can't have an account right now. So I was accused of that. And I went over the videos being accused of getting a student loan on somebody's behalf. That was with my sister. However, that's a different type of accusation. My sister's not accusing me of typing a message that didn't exist or that existed. That person is accusing me of outright doing fraud. I didn't mess with my bestie's Facebook account. Like I said, at that time in 2018, I didn't know about an IMEI number, because if I would have, I would have been able to tell my prior best friend that I grew up with. I would have been able to tell her, well, no, it's happening because of the IMEI number. So with that particular friend, I just don't deal with her on Facebook. So it can't happen again, right? Next time you have a Facebook problem, don't put my name in it, because I don't even want to be your Facebook friend. Okay, so that's the way I do it. So these are several incidences. One with the sister, where she was accused of asking about a dead man. Technology rigged that all up. The situation I was in with my relative, June of 2024, telling me that video's not funny. Well, I don't know if it's funny or not, because I ain't seen it, because my device is whacking out. And it was due to space, y'all. My device won't usually act like that if I keep the appropriate amount of space on it, which is still not having a high amount of space. It does. So my device still does not have a high amount of space. Okay, so I brought up the incident with my relative June of last year. And remember, I'm bringing that incident up to say, because I told my friend this too. I said, you know what? My cousin, somewhere in his sick mind, believed that I laughed at that. See, that's the problem with the situation. When you're telling them your device whacked out, you're having trouble with your device, you're not lying to the person. It's a piece of technology, y'all. My tablet is not a human being. So it can be out of control, no different than an animal. because your technology devices, it almost has its own little technology brain, if you want to say it like that. Then the Facebook incident that I had with the prior bestie, and I'm out of town. She's accusing me of messing with her Facebook account. I don't have her passcode, login. I'm in a whole nother state over 4,000 miles away. I've never even touched her phone. I've never even seen my best friend in years. Okay. And yeah, and then the incident with the black pastor here. I'll leave his name off of this, but he's a black pastor. I love him and his wife so much, and he was just innocent. His relationship, his relationship ended with a lot of those pastors, y'all. So it's almost like a blessing in disguise. So what can we do as aware empaths? What you can do, since you now know about these technology issues, is if a person didn't actually laugh to your face and stuff like that, and you know that that's not their character, and you know that they're not a crazy person that's walking around asking about dead people, and stuff like that, think before you jump to a conclusion that they did it. I watched a murder case where the baby mama, one baby mama murdered the other baby mama. And the baby mama that he lived with murdered his prior baby mama that did not live with him, because he had broke up with the prior baby mama. But she was taking his device and texting the other baby mama that she ended up killing and making it seem like it was her baby daddy. The police were able to put it together later. So imagine the baby mama that you living with while you sleep. She did this while he was asleep, y'all. While this man is asleep in the same bed as her, she's taking his device. This would be like what, example number 5, I guess. She was taking his device, texting the old baby mama, telling her to come by to fight, but making it seem like he doing it. And she ended up showing up. The worst thing that the other baby mama could have did was showed up and to fight. The current baby mama and the baby daddy biological sister beat that girl to death right on the road, y'all. It was horrible. It's one of my the most interesting interrogations I've ever seen, because the biological sister of the baby daddy is just giggling like crazy. She's high on dope. She just thinks all of this is funny. She's laughing, but it ain't funny. But once she realized she was being charged with murder as well, her laugh went away. Okay. Now, the baby mama that helped the biological sister of the baby daddy do the murder, she never was laughing about it. She just thought she was going to get away with it. Like she was going to get off for self-defense. But both of them ended up being in prison. Because at the end of the day, the baby mama that he lived with killed his ex-baby mama. And the ex-baby mama was such a little tiny girl. And she came into the fight. She already had underlying medical conditions. So she came into the physical fight. 2 girls jump her. His current baby mama and his really young biological sister. They just beat her down, and she was, ambulanced in. Her baby daddy got her some help. But remember, it was proven later, and his baby mama that he was staying with admitted that he didn't send those texts. She sent them. So see, the technology thing, y'all, that's why the best way to know they did it or said it is through hearing them say it, or they're in person. So learn something from this, because when there's a technology glitch and you accuse your family or friend of doing something they didn't do, they're not going to necessarily. I was able to reflect back on this with my own cousin, and I was telling my friend, I bet you my cousin believes that I put that laughy emoji. He's probably not believing me, and that's a problem. That's a problem. And those are friendships you don't need. Um, Empathic people, we not running around just telling random lies. That's just not how we roll. We ain't really, we're the truth seekers, and we normally tell as much of the truth as we can. We're not known as liars. That's just not our reputation. Every empathic person I've ever known, they're not known as liars, y'all. They just not. Now, has anybody ever lied, or are we always completely innocent of lying? No, usually that's not the case. But in general, most empathic people, that will be the least of your worry, is having to worry about them constantly telling lies on you or about you. That's just not their nature. They're very honest and genuine people. And I was being honest and genuine. So just take heed to these examples. These examples, I hope, help you. And so I'll just go over a little bit of how it hold on, because I do take notes sometimes, y'all. So I'll go over the examples. Okay, it was the let me see if I can read. Now I'm testing my memory. So example 1 was the sister that was accused of asking about a dead person. It all happened through technology, all through that voice recording, automatic text, all that stuff. Then 2, the situation with my cousin with the messenger. And I just, when we talk on the phone, I just don't do nothing with him through messenger. That way it won't happen again. When I get messages from him through messenger, I just ignore it, right? Or I'll call or say text me that or something like that, because I just don't like communicating through messenger because of how it did that situation. And see, what happens is, say my device does it again. Say the device does it again, right? Then the person is building up a pattern, and it makes it very hard to say that you didn't do it, because now there's more laughing emojis. So I just removed that whole problem. Oh, hello, baby girl. My baby girl is here. Fluttershy, also known as Baby Saja. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I'm going to update my YouTube baby here, y'all, on what's happening. So what's happening, Baby Saja, we're talking about technology. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Okay, in this case, Fluttershy is sending me this message. She's typing this. Oh my God, it's you. She's happy to hear from me. Now, what if someone came on here with her same name, right, and said they hate me? I would say, that's not Fluttershy. That ain't my Fluttershy. And I had done nothing, right? I would know she not crazy, and I would know she ain't sending me that message because of her pattern. She's always posting nice things. She's very young. I'm not going to tell her age. That ain't everybody's business, but she's my baby girl here. She's my YouTube baby girl. Fluttershy, also known as Baby Saja, right? So I would know she didn't type that. But right now she's typing, oh my God, it's you. She says, I've been waiting until you were live. She's always looking forward to my lives. Now, if I get on a live later today and my baby girl say, my baby girl Fluttershy, also known as Baby Saja, if she say, I hate you, and I hope somebody unalive you by tomorrow morning, I'm going to say, You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell the person that's not my baby. Stop playing on the account. Somebody could take her device and do it, and she don't even know where her device is at. So that's just an example. So that's what the subject matter is about, baby girl, Fluttershy. So um so the second example, I gave the first example with the sister, and she could explain better how it happened through the technology. So the second example was with my own cousin through that messenger. He had good intentions. He's just trying to send me an educational video. He didn't plan for it to go that way. He or I don't know that it's going to put a laughy emoji on it, right? But also, I paid attention to the fact he didn't apologize for it. Okay, like, oh, I'm sorry. I asked you. I should have known that wasn't a laughy emoji. I should have known you didn't put that. My device had been whacking out. It had been doing it for weeks. It hasn't done it in a while, but also I stay off Messenger and I try to send my videos to a memory card now. At that time, I needed a new memory card, and you know my technology. I've advanced forward with my technology. When I first started doing these videos, I didn't even have a memory card in any of my devices. 4 years ago, there was no memory card. So I'm just storing all this stuff on my devices, and the stuff got full, and the device says, I'm done. I'm frustrated with you, and the device went crazy. I didn't go crazy, the device did. And every time I touched it, it was just doing all kind of stuff, and I had to go get Daniel. I got the messages right here. And my cousin resent me the video. Daniel was helping me, so the way Daniel got the emoji off, it also deleted the video. So I asked my cousin to resend it. And when I saw the video, I was kind of, in my soul, kind of disgusted with him for him to think I would laugh at some shit like that. So it showed me more about his nature and how he is willing to accuse somebody of some shit they didn't do without putting any thought into it. So he's not using logic. He's using the emotions of assassination of character, and just really in general showing that he doesn't feel very good about himself. Because whatever you accusing me of, that must be how you feel about yourself. So that situation with my cousin. The other situation was the Facebook situation with my prior best friend that I grew up with. And she is a prior best friend, not current. She's not my current best friend. My bestie on here is baby girl Fluttershy. Baby girl calls me her bestie. So my new bestie is this baby girl on here. You know why? I'd rather make a child my bestie. You know why? Because I'm in Fluttershy's life while she's very young, and I can actually contribute to her life where she don't grow up being the sister that's wrongfully accusing people. So Fluttershy, also known as Baby Saja, she's a young girl. So she's gonna have some sense because she's on this video and she's learning at a very young age correct behaviors. She's learning something I wasn't taught when I was her age. When I was Fluttershy's age, there was no internet. So I couldn't be on here learning this, and neither could my prior best friend. She wasn't on here neither to learn this, so she don't know not to do that. So yeah, the third example would be the my prior best friend accusing me from an entirely different state. I never even touched her phone, y'all, but Facebook kept shutting her account down, and she just outright told me she think it got something to do with what I'm doing to her. Crazy. So, and I just don't make her my Facebook friend no more. No, I don't want to be on your Facebook. Next time something go wrong with your Facebook, accuse somebody else. So what I do is I remove the tool of the abuse. So if they're abusing me and accusing me through Messenger, through Facebook, I just no longer communicate with them on those platforms. I just communicate with them through the straight phone. So the fourth situation was the pastor that had the hacker. And he had detectives, he had a whole team of people that were able to get down to the bottom of it. They all showed up at court and testified that he had a hacker. And it was not him sending these messages to the pastor's wives saying, I want to get down tonight. I knew instantly the pastor didn't do it. Okay, not all pastors are womanizers and crooks and thieves, y'all. And just because they went to prison 10 years and that's they past, don't mean they a crook and thief neither. You know, some people actually change, y'all. It's rare, but it does happen. So that was that situation with the pastor. And let me see, what other example did I use? That's 4. I think that might have been it. The sister situation, my cousin last year, June of last year, through Messenger, my prior bestie with the Facebook thing, and the pastor. Oh, the fifth situation that I brought up was the case where the baby mama unalived the prior baby mama. And it was all done through technology. While her baby daddy next to her sleep, she took his phone while he was asleep and was messaging his prior baby mama to get her to come over there to fight. That baby daddy wasn't even that type of man. You should have seen the emotions when he found out that his prior baby mama had been murdered. He lost everybody. He lost his prior baby mama that he had a son with. I think it was a son. Then he lost his current baby mama that he had a son with, that he was living with. And he lost his little sister. He lost his baby sister that was staying at the house. Now, who's the true victims? All the kids. All the kids, because his baby sister's even victimized. Because his baby mama that's staying with him, that he has a son by, is having his little sister help her jump the prior baby mama. So his prior baby mama dies. So he loses her to death. Then he loses his current baby mama. And he was pretty much, it looked like getting ready to break up with her. That's why she was going crazy. So he loses his current baby mama to prison. And then he loses his baby sister to prison. Because his current baby mama and his little sister jumped on, attacked, and assaulted and beat his prior baby mama to death for no good reason. No good reason. All because of they talked at work or something. He worked with his prior baby mama. She was like his manager or something. They worked together. It was weird. I think he was still interested in the prior baby mama, but she actually had a man, just like he had a new baby mama. And he was actively parenting both of these boys. From what I remembered, he had a son with the current baby mama, and he had a son with the prior baby mama. And I'm assuming he went ahead and raised these kids. But then now he's a single father. One baby mama in prison for beating the other baby mama. And the other baby mama he had first is now dead. And his little sister go to prison. Now he just got the kids. Hopefully they gave the 2 little to him. But he cried like a baby when he found out that his prior baby mama had died. And I do believe this. I'm going to tell you something about this man. His current baby mama was a black woman. His prior baby mama was the same race as he was. Y'all might have seen this case. I believe there was a soul connection with his prior baby mama because she the same race as him. I'm not saying he didn't love his new baby mama. That was the black lady. I just do think that when they told him that his other baby mama was dead, I believe it touched his soul on a deeper level because they the same race. Okay? You know, he seemed like a man that loved himself. So it just broke his soul that his prior baby mama is murdered by his new black baby mama. His new baby mama could have been a Spanish lady as well, and she did it. But I think there was some racial dynamics there. I do. I believe that the black baby mama was excessively jealous of his prior baby mama because they were the same race. She was insecure. She thought he was going to go back to a Mexican girl or a Spanish girl or a Hispanic girl. The black baby mama thought he wanted that prior baby mama because they the same race. That's why sometimes dating outside your race can create extreme jealousies. It can. So I believe there was some racial dynamics there that created an insecurity in his current baby mama. And I mean, and his little sister was Hispanic as well. She didn't give a damn that the prior baby mama was Hispanic. She loved that black woman. His little sister loved what she called her sister-in-law. She loved her brother's new baby mama, which was a black woman. Chocolate colored, pretty colored girl, but she had a horrible mindset. You know, it was just pretty bad. So these are 5 good examples I'm giving. And remember, example number 5, this murder was able to happen through technology because his baby mama is using his phone to text and lure his other baby mama. So this technology mix-up stuff can lead to somebody getting seriously injured, incarcerated, or unalived. That's how horrible this situation led to. It actually led to a death, a loss of 3 people that this man loved. Because this Hispanic man, he loved all of them. I believe he was ready to break up with the black girl. I do. Because she was just too much. He wanted to break up with her. And I think the black girl, the new baby mama he had, I think they had about a 4-year-old son or something. She was scared he was going to go back to his old baby mama. She was fearful of that. And so it caused her to go crazy and overreact, y'all. That's what it caused. All them lives gone. And you know, at the end of the day, the one son he got by the black girl, the chocolate girl, that's a biracial son. So that child is half black and half Hispanic. That child goes without his mother. And then the full-blooded Hispanic child that he had by his prior baby mama goes without his mother as well. These are 2 little boys that's been victimized that have to live without their mother. I'm assuming that he got custody of his boys. He was taking care of these boys, y'all. He was taking care of his son by the prior baby mama. And he was taking care of the son with the new baby mama, because the new baby mama, the chocolate girl, the black girl, as the Americans would say, live with them. But he loses. He loved all of them. He loved his current baby mama. He loved his prior baby mama that was his at work. And he loved his little sister. he loses 3 girls and ladies in his life that he loves so much. And the kids get victimized the most, even his little sister. You know, if I had a boyfriend, I'm not going to be having his little teenage sister help me beat his other woman down. I mean, his new baby mama didn't care nothing about the little sister. So she's guiding her the wrong way. She's smoking a bunch of weed, the little sister is. And because she's her baby daddy little sister, she's smoking a bunch of weed and get 20 years in prison because she didn't help beat this girl to death. When the new baby mama was beat, and she's a little girl, she was little. I watched the beating, y'all. I watched it on video. It was bad. They recorded it. Ain't that beautiful when somebody records your beating? Yay, let them record you getting beat. Good. So they definitely go to prison. If I'm beat, I want it recorded. Please, somebody record it and give it to the police so that all these hyenas go to prison. Okay? So yay, I'm glad they recorded it. I cried watching it. It was real sad. You know what she told her? The current baby mama told the old baby mama, the chocolate girl, which is the new baby mama, or black girl, she told the Hispanic girl while she beating her, she said, I'll kill you. She kept beating her. And she did. She killed her. But she didn't die that day. I believe that if she would have went to a better hospital, I believe that, I don't believe that the Hispanic girl was airlifted into the right place. I believe she ended up at a hospital that couldn't fit her needs. I truly believe this. I think that if she would have been airlifted to a better trauma center, they might have could have saved her. But the problem is the prior baby mama, the Hispanic girl, she has a little bitty body, and she came into the beating getting beat up, and she had prior health conditions. She was already a sick woman. So, you know, beating up somebody and they already sick. Oh, my baby girl said, if anyone hurts you, tell you. Oh, that's so sweet of you. But you know who I'm going to tell? Baby girl, Fluttershy. You know who I'm going to tell if somebody hurt me? I'm going to tell, I live on the West Coast in the United States. So, near California, basically. You can watch my videos and see where I'm at. Just watch my lives. I mentioned it on there. You'll kind of see. So I don't really advertise too much where I'm at. I just say I'm on the West Coast in the US. States like Washington, California, stuff like that. Seattle, places like that, because I wasn't born and raised here. So Fluttershy, I don't know if you remember, I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. And then as a very young adult or young teen, around 18 years old, I moved to the West Coast near Seattle. Okay. So that's basically that. So, yeah, so basically, yeah, I believe if the Hispanic girl would have been airlifted in to the right place, she would have had a better chance at life. And that's just through my instinct and just kind of watching the interrogation videos and stuff like that. And the area she was in, I don't believe she ended up at the right trauma center. I believe she needed better doctors. I truly believe that. It's been people shot in the head 4 times and come out like ain't nothing happened to them. They may have like a little flitch in their hand or something, but they go to the right hospital. Then bullets are snatched out, and you could be talking to the person and he'd be like, oh, I was shot in the head 4 times. Dang, dog, you was? You looking pretty good. So it's all about getting to the right hospital in the appropriate amount of time. And I think this is what happened with the Hispanic girl too. I believe that when she got to the hospital that didn't fit her needs, They didn't transfer her out of there quick enough. See, I like a hospital that say, I can't save your kidney. We got to transport you. Because, if you stay at this hospital, we're not going to be able to save your kidney. But if you go over to that hospital, they'll be able to save your kidney. And I just don't believe that was done. But like I said, she had underlying health issues. So yeah, hopefully these 5 technology examples help. So I like to give answers to how we can better navigate. So as aware empaths, we want to understand that everything you get, somebody ain't typed it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying let people manipulate you. If I get a text right now and somebody say, hey, horrible person, most likely they could be texting that, but it's a text. Don't be so quick to think they typed it. If they're able to come and say, you know what, I left my phone at Jimmy or Jane's house, and they typed that, and they don't have a history of it, maybe give them a pass. None of my situations happen through the text message, through the phone. It all was through Messenger. So let's kind of look at this, where the patterns happen. Messenger, even with the pastor situation, that example number 5 that I gave you, that happened through Messenger and DMs, not through text messaging. So now the text message situation, no, I'll take this back. I retract that statement. Example number 5 was the baby mama situation. She took his phone while he was asleep and text the prior baby mama. That was through text messaging, okay? So that was through text messaging. Example number 4 with the pastor that was accused of trying to come on to the other pastors' wives. That happened through Messenger. Facebook Messenger, y'all, not text messaging. Facebook Messenger. The example number 3 where the bestie was accusing me of tampering with her Facebook account through her phone. I had never even touched the phone. I hadn't even seen this woman for God knows how long, y'all. Hadn't seen her in decades, but she thinking I'm messing with her phone. She ain't seen me in decades, y'all. I ain't seen her. I'm not bragging about that. I'm not saying I was happy not to see her, but the point is I hadn't seen her in decades. Logically, I would understand that somebody I ain't seen in decades ain't the one messing on. But see, I don't smoke weed, though. That's why I'm not an advocate for marijuana and alcohol. See, I understand that ain't happening because I'm not putting THC and all that dope in my brain. And I'm not tipping up the liquor on a regular. So see, my brain is able to be more logical. So that was through Facebook. Example number 2 with my cousin. Now, he ain't a drug addict. So when I told him that was not me putting that laughy emoji on there and my device was whacking out, he never brought it up again. But he also didn't have a lot of empathy for how he made me feel, even with him typing to me why I think that's funny. He didn't understand emotionally how it feels to be accused of thinking that video was funny, because once he resent the video, I was able to watch the video. And I was a little annoyed and pissed off. I forgave him, but I'm like, how could he think I thought this was funny? But he didn't keep accusing me of it, because he don't get high and he's not drunk and on drugs. And he's empathic, so he didn't keep lying on me, basically. My cousin did not do that. However, I had problems with him even this year, because like I was telling my friend, I said, oh, it reminds me of that situation with my cousin. In his mind, he might not believe me. He might, in his mind, believe that I did the laughy emoji, because he has a problem with not believing people, y'all. You could tell my cousin, he does a lot of gaslighting, and I pointed this out. Unaware empaths, they will gaslight, just like narcissists will. Empaths gaslight too. because they have that narcissistic trait inbuilt in them. And they're unaware empaths, so they will gaslight. I could tell my cousin, no, I don't like orange photos. My cousin will keep saying, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You like orange. He's not listening to what you're saying. So he's very invalidating and he gaslights a lot. And I'm not going to say you're supposed to be believing everything somebody say. But in general, I'm around mentally stable people. They are emotionally stable. So if you tell me that you have a purple photo on your wall, okay, you the one looking at your wall. It's purple. So that's something that my cousin does. And I've just seen a pattern of that. But these are the situations. And then the number one situation I came into the video mentioning was the situation with the sister that's being accused of asking about somebody's dead male relative that's passed away. I could help her in her case because I'm on the phone when her phone does that. You are being recorded. I don't even say nothing. She fixes it. I don't even say anything because I'm not saying nothing that can't nobody hear anyway. I'm not on the phone with people like, I just killed 2 guys last night. I just killed 2 gals last night. My phone conversation ain't saying nothing like that anyway, because I'm not out here in the criminal arena doing it. Neither are my relatives that are here. So anyway, so I hope these examples help. This video was very exciting for me, y'all. I actually enjoyed this live. Oh, please like, share, and subscribe. Please do that. Thank you so much for the like. And I guess I'll name this video the technology gaslighting issue. Maybe that's what I'll name it. What do y'all think? The technology gaslighting issue? I won't name it that right away, but I don't know. I'm thinking, see, I want to go in my lives and just start naming them. I have started naming some of them, but with my views, I don't want to lose the views that I'm getting. So I'm thinking about naming my lives like within the next couple of days, right? That way I get the main amount of views I'm supposed to get and then name it, because my viewers are kind of used to seeing me going live without the video having a name. So it offers some kind of suspense to my videos. Because, you know, my videos are done. You got to remember, I wasn't raised in the cell phone era. So my lives are being done kind of like the radio show style. Like years ago, my mom used to have a Christian radio show that she would be on what was it? I'm not sure if it was on 108 FM or if it was on the other channel. It was like on the religious channel, I think. But on one of those big radio channels back in St. Louis, Missouri, we used to have 108 FM back in the day. So that's kind of the style I do here. And I'm going to tell you why I keep doing it. Okay. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you a couple of secrets. When you are listening to a video without seeing photos, it increases your cognitive thinking and your English language. Your English language will be more expanded. Most kids in my generation that were raised in St. Louis, Missouri, they speak very smart, kind of like I do. Okay, unless I'm kind of pissed off. Even when I'm pissed off, you could tell I'm a little intelligent. So listening to radio shows and podcasts where you're not zoned in on watching the person, it increases your cognitive intelligence, and you will have a higher IQ and a higher EQ. That's why in my generation, we didn't need all that special education that kids need now, because kids are being overly stimulated by what they see and not what they hear. So the kids' cognitive thinking is not expanded enough. So if you want to increase your cognitive thinking, and I'm always increasing mine every day, I'm always adding to my vocabulary, expanding my English language, I'm always expanding my intelligence. I'm not going to have dementia and all that stuff. Alzheimer's and dementia, that stuff ain't going to happen to me because I'm through this channel, through my own channel, I'm constantly building my brain up. Your brain is like a muscle. You want to keep building it up through doing smart things. So that's basically how that works, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. And tune in for more, y'all. So that's the benefit of being on these lives. Very beneficial. I enjoyed this video with y'all. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Tune in for more with the Advanced Insight channel. This is the technology gaslighting issue, y'all. Thank you. Bye. Tune in for more. Click that like, y'all. Thank you. Bye, baby girl Fluttershy, also known as Baby Sarge. I love you, okay? I love all of y'all. Tune in for more. I'll be back. Thank you. Bye.